All right, Team Lethal fans, here we are today. We've been waiting for the Whipple Supercharger Gen 5 3-liter showed up a few weeks ago. We have been waiting on the calibration, which Dustin said it's ready to go. So here we are today at WBA Performance, right next door to Lethal Performance headquarters. They're going to be doing the install. We got TJ and Nick helping out, so we're going to get rolling. Before we get started on the install, just going to run through briefly all the components in the kit over here, the important ones at least, show you guys what this kit is made of, and we'll go from there. Okay guys, here's everything laid out on the table. This is the new Gen 5 3-liter kit for the 2021 F150. This is basically the head unit here. You've got the rotors, the inlet, the rotor shaft, the bypass valve, everything's right there. Massive inlet design from Whipple, open up to flow, tons of air, no restriction, and we're going to be bolting up the 132mm throttle body, which is actually sitting right here. That's where we're going to make the power from. We've got their billet fuel rails over here. This is the Tomahawk flash device from Whipple. This is what we're going to be using to download the calibration, which comes to us through email, onto an SD card. Plug that SD card right into the device, and then flash the vehicle with the Whipple calibration once we're done with the install. We've got the supercharger pulley here, looks like a 3.875. We've got a harness here with the upgraded injectors that Whipple includes. Massive heat exchanger right here is a front mount heat exchanger because air to water intercooler system. We've also got a 39-page instructions from Whipple. Look at that, these guys stepped up their game. Massive, look at that, massive. Huge installation, step by step. A lot of these, there's a lot of images in here to help you out along the way, and they know all the important parts, so hopefully for these guys, it's gonna be easy install. We've got a ton of other hardware over here. The belt right here, we've got the intercooler pump to help flow that intercooler fluid through the system. Your intercooler reservoir right here. This is the cold air inlet tube. The actual intake is over here, cold air intake from Whipple. And lastly, this is the lid for the supercharger unit. So again, since this is an upside down supercharger unit, the rotors are on the underside, air is forced up through the intercooler, back through the intercooler, and then down through the runners into the combustion chamber. This lid right here houses a dual core, dual pass, patented intercooler system from Whipple. These guys are the best. If you've seen any information on the Gen 5 Whipple supercharger kits for any of the applications, their intercoolers are awesome. The intercooler system from Whipple provides maximum cooling, great efficiency to it, and you really don't have to worry about heat soak on this. A heat soak with Whipple superchargers is pretty much a thing of the past. These guys had it down for many years now with these upgraded intercooler systems. They've working on their designs to improve them for many years now, and they're at the top of the game with it. So there you have it, guys. We've got the whole kit laid out here right now. We're going to get rolling on the install and show you a few of the important steps along the way and wrap it up. And here's our baby that we're installing the Whipple Gen 5 3-liter on. 2021 F150 with the 5-liter, 10-speed automatic transmission, and we're very excited. We've got a ton of stuff to do over here. This is in stock form, guys. We've got the stock manifold on. Again, we just pulled it in here. It's ready to go. All the parts right here. We're going to start taking it apart, put this blower on, and make some power. All right, Taco Tuesday, here we are over at WBA Performance. Nick and TJ got the blower all pretty much assembled up here. We've got the fuel rails on here. We've got the injectors already installed with the harnesses. The connectors face the rear of the vehicle. Everything's pretty much ready to go on, so what we're gonna do is help out. Actually, I'm gonna watch these guys as I help out install this onto the top of the engine. So let's do it, guys. Here we go, ready? I'll use my special powers. There you go, look at that. TJ making it look easy. Look at that thing. That's what it looks like slapping horsepower on top of a Coyote engine. Spend any more time in that engine bay, I'm gonna start charging your rent.
That's it.
Dedicated, there you have it.
Yeah.
Nice, the blower is mounted. So I guess what do we do next? We secure the lower portion of the supercharger down to the heads.
Everything's gonna get fastened, we're gonna torque it down, and we're just gonna keep moving on to the next steps.
Awesome, cool, yeah, and then eventually it looks like we'll put the lid on with the intercooler, run all the hoses, intercooler pump, the whole nine, and go from there.
Yes,
Sweet.
sir.
And then eventually, once we're done with this and we're done with the full install, since the catch can was set up for the OEM manifold, we're gonna get Steve from UPR over here to help out and make a specific catch can setup for the Whipple supercharger, because we know we're gonna sell a ton of these. Nice, I'm excited. Woo! Woo!
The next day.
Okay, so we're back over here, got a little update. The guys from WBA Performance, after installing the supercharger on the manifold here, they got the front drive accessory going on. They've got the Whipple idlers and the bracket and tensioner all set up on here for the belt system. And then they moved along and got the front mount heat exchanger on here. This front mount heat exchanger is part of the intercooler system. It's going to keep that IET temperatures down. It's a massive 31 by 13 with a 2-inch core on it. It's huge. Between this as well as the dual pass, dual core intercooler that's on the supercharger unit, you can expect maximum cooling efficiency. You're not gonna have any problems with heat soak or power loss, and that's the Whipple way.
Much later.
Okay guys, we're back at WBA Performance, making a lot of progress. We're actually almost done with the install. So since we were here last time, they've mounted the throttle body on the front of the supercharger inlet. They've got most of the cold air intake all set up. All of the routing for the intercooler system is all set up. All the hoses go to the heat exchanger and to the intercooler pump. The intercooler pump is actually mounted underneath here on the front of the frame. You can see it right down there. Looks real good. And that's pretty much it. So the rest of what we're going to do is just finish up the rest of the intake here. And then we're going to show you a step-by-step tutorial on how we're going to request the calibration from Whipple, load it back onto the device from the computer, and then flash it onto the vehicle. And then we'll be ready to start her up.
The next day.
Okay guys, Throwback Thursday. We're over here at WBA Performance. They just wrapped up the install of the Whipple supercharger on a 21 F150. It looks awesome. Last time we were here, they had to fill up some fluid, finish up the cold air intake setup, and as you can see here, it's already done. They've got all fluids topped off. The system's been burped. They've got the cold air intake here fully hooked up to the throttle body. Everything's all set up and ready to go. And now all we have to do is flash the vehicle with the custom calibration from Whipple superchargers. Now, I'm going to mention this. We waited till the last part to actually do that. I recommend to you guys out there who are installing these kits to actually do the file request first before taking the truck apart. You're going to want to plug in the device, follow the steps of the Tomahawk Flash tool, email the file over to Whipple, they'll build the file and send it back. This way, by doing it first while you still have power on the vehicle, you're going to download that file and send it off to Whipple. So then you could install the supercharger here, and once you're done with the install, you'll have that file ready to go on instead of how we did it, installing the blower, request the file, and wait for it to come back. We had the truck sitting here. So we're all ready to go. We're going to flash the file, get the truck up and running, and then shortly we'll be off to the dyno and to the track.
What's going on, guys? Pobs with Lethal Performance here. We just got the Whipple installed, and I'm going to show you how to request the cal file from the actual computer. So first step, we're going to plug in the Tomahawk unit. You're going to want to turn the car to on without turning the actual motor on. And really simple, you're going to go through the Tomahawk. It's going to be the second option right here. Request cal file. And that's it. Once we've pulled that, we're going to email it to Whipple and wait for our new tune. All right, guys, and we're back. We already got the email tune back from Whipple, so the installation process is very simple. Pay attention. So first step, you're going to want to plug in the Tomahawk. If I can find it, there we go. Turn the truck on to accessory mode, and it's going to install the firmware automatically once it powers on, which it's doing. And it's done. That's relatively quick. Then you're going to go into programming, and it's going to install the new software update. Gives you a nice bar from 0 to 100, and we'll come back when it's 100. All right, guys, and we're back. That was very simple. Now you're just going to go ahead and check for any DTCs. Those are troubleshooting codes. So you're going to go back to the main menu. You're going to go to Diagnostics, Diagnostic Codes. You're going to read your DTCs. You should have one DTC, hopefully. Go back, clear that one. Now you're ready to go. Once you've done that, you're going to turn the truck off, wait 5 seconds, and then we can power her on. Let's hear what she sounds like. And there you go. It's that simple. The only thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to calibrate whether or not you've changed out your gears or if you have a different tire size on here. That's pretty much it, guys. That wraps up the install of our Whipple supercharger on our 2021 F150. If you guys have any questions, give us a call back at 561-753-8105 or send us an email at support@lethalperformance.com. I'm Pobs, and I'm out.
Set up for Jerry.
Yeah.
Captain Greybeard, sail ahead! All right, all right, all right. Okay, okay, all right. Okay, 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 okay.